Hey there, it's Kelly from Lady Shooter Craps. How's it going? I just wanted to make a little video. I'm literally sitting in my car in the parking lot at work on my lunch hour, just avoiding going back into my office, and wanted to talk a little about how I got started playing craps. So my husband has been a craps player for years. His dad was a big craps player and used to go to Vegas pretty regularly. And the first time I ever went to Vegas, I was 19, and just watching. Basically, I went with my husband and my father-in-law, and got to kind of see how it worked and that kind of thing. But I never played. I was always too intimidated. So years and years and years, we would go to casinos, we would go on trips, and my husband would play craps. And I would watch craps a little bit, but then I would go play blackjack, or I would go play roulette, or do something on slots or whatever, and just kind of entertain myself in other ways in a casino, as you do. And I always enjoyed the people watching in the casinos a lot, so I would just go sit at a slot machine that was near the craps table where I could see what was going on in the craps table. And I would watch him, and when people cheered, I knew things were going well, and when people were leaving the table quickly, I knew it was not going well. But anyway, so about a year and a half ago, we went on a cruise. We went on Harmony of the Seas, and my husband was playing craps, and like what often happened, I would be standing watching, and then the table would get crowded and I would have to kind of get out of the way. Obviously, if you're not playing, you can't take a spot at the rail. And so I would have to get out of the way and, make room for someone who's actually playing. And, then I'd have to go find other ways to entertain myself. And I saw a lady come up at one point, and she bought in with $100. It was a $10 table. She bought in with $100, and she put $10 on the field. And that was all she did. She just played the field, $10 a roll. And I stood there and watched her for a while, and I watched her rack kind of grow slowly, and until eventually I saw her cash out and leave, and she had $175 or something like that. And I was like, well, I could do that. I mean, that's that was nothing complicated. It's just the field, it's very simple. 2 through 12, and it's going to be one of those. It's either going to win or it's not going to win, even money, and it's only $10. And I thought, that way you're playing, you're earning points, you're getting comps, you're doing all the things, you're not risking very much, but you keep a place at the table. And so then I wouldn't get elbowed out, and I could stay at the table, and I could watch him play, we could visit, we could have fun. And so I was like, I told him about that later, and he's like, yeah, do it. It's, no problem. And so later that day, or that evening, I guess after dinner, I did, and, bought him for the first time for $100, did my $10 on the field, and kind of went from there. But I guess I would encourage you, if anybody is thinking about playing and has been nervous about playing, or you've been watching some videos and want to get started, just buy in with $100 and put the minimum on the field, and then you can stand there and really watch. Because it's one thing to be playing or to watch other people play, but you always kind of have to stand back out of the way, and you're not really involved. It's very different when it's your money actually on the table. Then you pay attention at a different level to the game. And so that is a very safe, easy way to just play and get going. And then the longer I stood there and watched, the next thing I'm like, oh well, I'm playing the field, so I'm not getting on the 5, 6, and 8. So maybe I'll put $12 on the 6 and $12 on the 8 and see what happens, and it just spiraled out of control from there, honestly. But that's literally how I started. I mean, you could also just do table minimum on the pass line. A lot of people do that. But even starting, I wasn't sure when it won, when it didn't. Sometimes they do just reach over and take the money away, and I didn't really understand why, or what numbers caused it to win or lose. The field is very self-explanatory, right? 5, 6, 7, 8 loses, everything else wins. So Anyway, so yeah, so if anybody's thinking about playing and you're not sure how to get started, or you know, that kind of thing, that's what I would do. That's literally what I did. And then next thing you know, by the next trip I had watched a bunch of videos and was ready to try out some different strategies. So anyway, all right, that's it. Just a quick little video from the car. All right, have a great day, folks. Take care. Bye.